a quick look at the Tipperary team. Brendan Cummins in goal, of course, Philip Marr. And we've got Donnacha Fahy back there at cornerback as we animate through our little pictures here. Brendan Cummins will be playing in both Munster finals this year. It's Tommy Dunn and relative newcomer Noel Morris in midfield. Benny Dunn holds his place among the forwards. Match underway. Waterford are unchanged as well, but lots and lots of switches expected there in this, the 36th championship meeting between Tipperary and Waterford. It's one of the great occasions of the summer. I think when you're sitting by your firesides over the winter time, you dream about the months of June and July, and here we are now looking forward to what we hope will be an amazingly good final. Let's hope they can compete with the great qualifying match we saw last night live on the television, as Waterford are put under a little bit of pressure early on. Tom Feeney under trouble there. John Carroll, the full forward for Tipperary, and he strikes it well, but he doesn't manage to make it. He doesn't manage to make it. No score there for John Carroll. He was close, but not quite close enough. Big man up against Tom Feeney, but just put it wide. Puck out here is going to be by Stephen Brenner. Peter Queally under the dropping ball there for Waterford. Here's Fergal Hartley, their captain. Waterford looking for a first success in the Munster final for 29 years. Tip in a bit of a muddle over there. Ken McGrath racing in here. And they've got a free in from referee Eildon Moxivna, and there's a chance for Waterford to take the lead. Sir, you've been looking around here. What changes have you spotted so far?
Yeah, the first thing is Waterford won the toss and have elected to play against the breeze. Change all over the place. Brian Green has gone back in cornerback. Brian Flannery switched to corners. Peter Queen has gone back wing back, and James Murray's gone out midfield. So yes, Waterford have changed their team around, but just kind of hinted at during the week, and they're taking the game to Tip. Probably going to go into lead here, and there's a strong breeze with Tipperary in this first half.
So a decent opportunity to hammer it over the bar, and Paul Flynn inevitably getting his first point of the match. Made his debut against Dublin in 1993 and scored 12 points against Cork in the semi-final. So he's off to a good start. Pressure on Fergal Hartley straight away. Conor Gleeson is in there. He's fouled, and it's a free into Tipperary. So straight away they bring across their regular free taker, who is Owen Kelly. He's got a very good record in the championship this year. A goal and 8 points against Clare and 12 points against Limerick. Whipped over. No difficulty. They're level. So 2 points from 2 frees so far. Stephen Brenner here. David Kennedy going for it, missing it, however. Played ahead there by Seamus Prendergast, playing out on the 40, whipped in by Ken McGrath, and Ken McGrath has put it wide. Well, Ken McGrath, along with Owen McGrath, their dad, of course, was Pat, and is Pat, and he played in 2 Munster finals in the 1982 and 1983 season, and met with great disappointment. Wasn't a good day for Waterford. They haven't had too many good days for quite a long time in this particular championship in the final stages. Meanwhile, Tip come again, and that's belted in by Lark Corbett, and it's over the bar. First chance he's got, and he's made it 2 points to 1, and it's a rip-roaring start. Huge crowd here. For all these wonderful players is what you dream about if you've got the talent that they have got, playing in the Munster Hurling final. Brenner's puck out, straight down the centre again. David Kennedy misses this time. Dragged ahead here. Owen Kelly missed. Kennedy gets it back. Out as far as Conor Gleeson. Plays as a defender or a back with his club. This is a great turn. Lovely play inside here by Owen Kelly, but Waterford win it back again, and Fergal Hartley drives it way downfield. Belted forward once again there by the very effective Noel Morris. Peter Queally going in, challenging. That is James Murray, wearing number 2, out around midfield. Erdon Moxina, Kaintoro Rukus of Vlaclia. Ray Toyota on shot going inish in Borky Queeve. Man who's gained the real respect of the players over the last number of years as a very good official. Always has been. So Tommy Dunn, captain of Tipperary. Now the senior citizen on this Tipperary team, even though he's only in his mid-20s. And he's put it wide this time. He'll be disappointed with that. Yeah, Blair has played under 4 different Tipperary managers. Such is his experience of the team, sir.
Yeah, he knew Jared the minute he rose it, he just said it, he took it up wrong, and he just followed through it wrong as well. At the moment as well there, Seamus Prendergast is out centre forward, and Kim McGrath has gone in full forward for Waterford.
No great surprises there so far. Tony Brown is over challenging. Tony Brown is on Noel Morris this afternoon. Tom Feeney. John Carroll coming through. Feeney's after him. Carroll whips it in and whips it over the bar. Former All-Star, of course. Won his All-Star as a wing-back. He shows strength and resilience here and no little determination. He's a good player. We had a lot of rain here this morning between about the hours of 8 and 2 essentially, but it's dried up now. And Conor Gleeson looking for another one, and that is close, but not quite close enough. I was mentioning that he plays as a back with his club. John Carroll and Benny Dunn do likewise. They play in defence, while Paul Kelly and Paul Orman play for their clubs among the forwards. Great versatility. That's touched down there by Owen Murphy. But Tip sees on it once again. It's a good start by Tipperary. Ominous. Nicely driven in, but not accurately so. The miss is by Benny Dunn. Brother, of course, of Tommy Dunn from the Tumivara club. The great thing about Tipperary, Cyril, of course, is that they have such a range of options among their substitutes.
Yeah, Jaron, they have a lot of players that, you know, you'll be expecting the future to be, someone pops up every day. That's 4 wides in a row, though, Jaron. They won't be happy with that.
Waterford just trying to settle into the task. Justin McCarthy, their captain, or their manager rather, he has worked extremely hard on their striking and their skill levels. He just wants to make sure that they're mentally right for this. Owen Kelly's in here. This absolute genius of a player.
Yeah, Jerry, he's like an assassin, this guy. Goes left and goes right. A beautiful ball hit him low. A ball that Waterford should have hit, actually cleared out the fence. But it came in. It's the ball that's been played into him, Jerry. That's really, he's very good anyway. But when you get this ball out, there's such a little dummy, and there's not much you can do with it. Brian Green couldn't do much there. Brian
Green has been given the task. Brian's dad, Jim, played in a couple of Munster finals as well, without success, hoping that his son can enjoy a great deal more success this afternoon. That's up towards John Mullane. Mullane has it again. Waterford needing a point here. And that is over the bar. John Mullane from the De La Salle club in Waterford, making it 4 points to 2. It just broke cleanly for him out there. Old McGrath got a little touch on it. Back to Mullane, and he whipped it over. Good score. Past Peter Queally this time. Brian Green was coming out to meet it. This is Brian O'Mara. Tommy Dunn, driven in neatly. Again, a dangerous situation, and that has gone over the bar. Benny Dunn getting his first point of the match. Nice little break, falling to him kindly. And he was into profit. So immediately after that John Milan point, down came Tipperary, and Benny Dunn was in there to strike it over the bar. Stephen Brenner just varying the puck out slightly, but it was Brian O'Mara who got there first. Now Stephen Frampton, challenged, fouled. Free to Waterford. Foul committed there by the wing-back, Eamon Corcoran, who was way up. Corcoran is marking Paul Flynn, by the way. Flynn on the left-hand side of the half-forward line. Seamus Prendergast trying to make some headway. Straight into the hands this time, however, of Brendan Cummins. One of the best around, but Stephen Frampton knocked to the ground. No foul, the referee decides. Brian Flannery playing on the right-hand side of the Waterford back three. Conor Gleeson inside, lovely turn again by Kelly, and he's causing all kinds of problems for Brian Greene. This is one of the real top performers in senior inter-county hurling. He's got himself this free here, but what a turn this was, and there was no way of stopping him. He's got 2 points already, one from a free, one from play, and you can now make that 3 points in all. Early stages in this match, and he has done remarkably well. And Justin McCarthy there with a former Tipperary player, of course, Colin Bonner, one of his selectors.
Yeah, Jerry, even though they're down 4 points, Waterford will be happy enough because they're playing against a strong Breeze. I'm surprised that Ken McGrath had pushed them in full forward against the Breeze. I thought they'd play him out deeper against the Breeze. Like, Fergal Hartley got a hard old rattle that time, but he should be okay. But like, they're only 4 down. They are scoring to get it up, but like the tip forward line, especially Owen Kelly and the boys inside Jim Cobb, they're very, very sharp. But it's the ball that's been played in, Jared. They are good hurlers themselves, but the ball has been played in a cross pitch ball out in front of them, and they're elite enough to get it in front.
What would you do? Would you bring Ken McGrath out and put Seamus Prendergast back in?
Yeah, I definitely would play, unless he's hurt. Ken McGrath would get him more involved, because that much ball isn't going to go up in this half. Maybe they're hoping that if a ball goes in, he'll stick in the back net, but he needs to be involved more.
Justin, of course, has had a strong association with Tipperary hurling through Cashel King Cormacs, where they won a Munster title, reached the All-Ireland semi-finals as well. So he's a strong affinity with the county, but right now trying to ensure a Waterford victory. Foul there is on Philip Marr. Although McSeebna is in very quickly indeed. He's calling across Seamus Prendergast. Well, Seamus came in with the hurley, and he clapped down on the arm, the left arm of Philip Marr. But he was caught, I think, before that as well. And there's a yellow card for the number 14.
Yeah, Jared says up around his tie he got the belt. He'll be all right, only a slap, he'll be a sting in it, but it won't stop him from hurling.
Prendergast, who plays for Ardmore, that most picturesque place in County Waterford. And Philip Marr has been one of the great successes in recent seasons of Tipperary hurling from Borrisoleigh. Thankfully back on his feet again, back to mind the house, as it were. But Tip using the wind, and that is the story of the first half. Missed that time by Owen Murphy. Opportunities presenting themselves. Noel Morris coming through. And he bundles in to Tony Brown. A clash which the referee deems to be illegal, and it's going to be a free out to Waterford. 6 points to 2. Jack Bergen and Nicky English there alongside Ken Hogan, of course.
Yeah, I'm sure, George, at the moment they'd love a goal or two, because like, they have a nice bit of play, but they're only 4 up and they're taking on a few points. Haven't made any inroads yet for a major one.
Waterford looking for scores themselves. That's scooped outside there towards Owen Kelly. Raiding once again here. how they could do with a point. And they've got one. Owen Kelly from Mount Sion in Waterford City, making it 6 points to 3. They'll be quietly pleased, I'm sure, with their performance in the opening nearly 15 minutes of this first half. He got enough latitude and struck it sweetly. Pressure now back on the backs again. They're doing well there. Fergal Hartley holding it all together. Back out once again towards Owen Kelly. Up it comes towards Ken McGrath. One back, however, Donncha Fahy here, losing it. McGrath's after it. Picked up here by John Moran. He's got a point already in the game. Looking for some assistance and support. Getting it there from Paul Flynn. Ever the artist, ever the striker, ever the scorer. And that's a beautiful point by Paul Flynn. He's having a very good season, and there are only two between them. And bear in mind that it's Tipperary who are playing with the wind in this first half. But they have done remarkably well here. A well-created score. Carved out brilliantly. Now Corbett, dispossessed, Brian Flannery. He hasn't given Corbett too much, although Corbett got 1 point in the game so far. Comes back here to Seamus Prendergast. Getting away that time there from Paul Kelly. Nicely inside here towards Owen McGrath. Younger brother of Ken. And he's won the free. Should be a point here. There will only be a point between the teams. And we're midway through the first half. Tip the hottest of favourites.
Yeah, Jeremy, for a backline, they look very composed. All of a sudden, when they ran at, they don't look half as secure. Definitely a free here has been brought down. Like he's taking them on, he's playing for the free, but like the referee has to blow. But the Tipperary backline aren't as composed all his work for the last few days, for the last two matches.
Oh, it's a goal!
And he went for it, Ger. He went for it.
Paul Flynn. A goal after 17 minutes of the first half. And Waterford are leading the match by a point. Here it comes again. 1-4 to 6 points. Is this to be their day, the day of the Daisha? They're coming again. Battered away by Eamon Corcoran, ever the resilient right half back. Brian O'Mara feeding it back. Lobbed in there to this very dangerous Tipperary forward line, but there's a foul on Fergal Hartley. This was interesting. I mean, here they were, all on the line, anticipating a point, and Brendan Cummins powerless, and the rest of them to stop the wonderful Paul Flynn.
Yeah, Jerry's really put Waterford in the driving seat as such. They're against a strong breeze and drop a point. He's put it up to Tip, but they are a good side. It's going to be a fantastic game now.
Stephen Brenner with the free. Eamon Corcoran coming out, trying to win some possession here from the aforementioned Paul Flynn. Flynn's on the ground, and the referee says, come across here, we'll have a little word with you. You lashed down on the opponent that time. And Eadom Maxibna, who's a well-known disciplinarian when it comes to refereeing matches such as this, has given him the yellow card. 2 yellow cards against Waterford players, Paul Flynn, Seamus Prendergast. This the first Munster final to be played between Tipperary and Waterford at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Last one was the 1989 final, and that was the centenary Munster Hurling final. A match we covered live in the days when we weren't covering too many live matches in the championship before the knockout stages at semi-final and final. Tommy Dunn. Ah, that's brilliantly done by Tommy Dunn.
Yeah, Joe, there was pressure on for that one. They needed a score, and up he comes, connects, you know, just perfect.
It makes it look so easy. Teams are level, 7 points to 1-4. The breeze, I think, is just about as strong as it has been. But then Tipper past Masters. Prendergast. Tony Brown coming through. Should have been a point. Brendan Cummins making the save. Back down. Queally under pressure. 2 men alongside him. Brian O'Mara, so unlucky to miss last year's All-Ireland final. And hit away there in the end by James Murray, playing this while in midfield. Well, he's played wing back, played corner back, and now a little trip out into the middle of the field for him. Eamon Corcoran from J.K. Brackens. Tends to be the long-range free taker, or has been at one stage, but we know that Tommy Dunn took over that responsibility in the very recent past. Noel Morris, he's had a great season. Whatever happens here today. They come raiding again. Dished across there by Benny Dunn. Won by Brian Flannery. Ex-Tipperary player. Playing, of course, now for Mount Sion, and there is a foul there. Conor Gleeson, player who is indicted. This was James Murray trying to get away, and Gleeson came across on top of him. Nothing malicious, it was just a clash of bodies. Fergal Hartley. Problems for the Tipperary defence. Philip Marr needing David Kennedy to come in. It's John Mullane once again. It's one of those days when some of the players, the lesser lights of the Waterford forward line, are coming and contributing well. Can they get one here? Missed by Tony Brown.
Yeah, Joe, that's true. They are playing very well, and Seamus Prendergast centre forward has caused a lot of trouble under the puck-outs. Steve Brenner is fine under the high ball, and he seems to be getting on top of David Kennedy under the high one. He's much bigger than him.
But it is good to see a player like Tony Brown coming back into the action in a very meaningful and positive way, because he had a couple of seasons where he was troubled by injury. His form seemed to dip a little bit. Never this man, Fergal Hartley. They say he's not the fastest around. Wouldn't like to try and catch him myself, mind you. That's back by David Kennedy. Conor Gleeson knocking it away there to the live wire. Owen Kelly. No joy this time, but he's proving a handful for Brian Greene. If Brian Greene can just limit him to the odd score or two, he's doing a really, really good job. Kelly's got 3 points so far, but 2 of those have come from frees, only 1 from play, and that was Hartley. This is Stephen Brenner. Teams level. David Kennedy bats it back down again. Peter Twilly, quick adjustment to the feet there, getting it away from Brian O'Mara. Nicely into space here. Once again, it's Owen Kelly to John Mullane, playing over there on that right-hand corner. Wow, the pass wasn't the best. In fact, it was terrible. From his point of view, he's given possession back to Tipperary and to Conor Gleeson. Owen Kelly, Brian Greene trying to dispossess him, but it's almost impossible to do so, and Brian O'Mara is coming in on it here. Still O'Mara, here John Carroll just ahead of him. Pressure on the Waterford backs, and that's well saved, and crashed to the net in the end by Lar Corbett, but was he in the square? The umpire, I think, is indicating...
I'd say he's indicating that was a wide ball. We'll see when it'll show it again if I have a replay.
Well, there was great excitement just for a moment there. Brian O'Mara was about, challenged by Brian Flannery. Tom Feeney was trying to stop him. There was still a lot of pressure. And in the end, it went across the face of goal and had gone wide before being put back into the net by Owen Kelly. Excitement galore when they crossed the flags.
Yeah, it's hard to know what the ball was wide or not. Like,
I thought it was gone wide when I saw it in replay.
Clear definitely was. Hard to know. You need a slow motion on it, really. It doesn't count anyway, Joe.
Doesn't count. I think we'll put it down as a white. Benny Dunn over there. In alongside him, tussling furiously, is Conor Gleeson. Conor, who was, of course, the captain of the Tipperary team that played in the 1997 All-Ireland final, beaten by Clare.
There are a couple of great tussles there going on. Like Donnacha Fahy is finding it very hard to tie down John Mullane, and like so far, like Fergal Hartley is having the better of Conor Gleeson.
tip of options. Linesman Pat Horan over there awarding the line ball. And again it's Kelly. What a tricky performer he is. Giving it back to Conor Gleeson, and Gleeson drives it over the bar. It's his first. The man from Bohorlahan Douala. Tip need all these points. Playing with the wind. Tip win it again in the middle of the field. David Kennedy, such an assured performer. John Carroll. Over there as well as Owen Murphy in the gold helmet. Young player, great potential. Back by Tony Brown. Swept away out of danger. Tom Feeney driving it away downfield. Players waiting for it. Ken McGrath's one of them. And that's over the bar. It's his first point. Widely regarded as one of the very best performers in senior intercounty hurling, and Waterford are putting it up to Tipperary this afternoon.
Yeah, John,
we expected they'd come up firing, wouldn't we?
Great pass by Seamus Prendergast. He's gone in full now, and Kim McGrath has gone centre.
They're level for the third time in this match. Nicky English, who once played under Justin McCarthy, his opponent this afternoon, as it were, at the managerial stakes, when Nicky was part of the Munster team that played Connacht. Scored 2 goals that day, back in 1985, I think it was. And Justin decided to rest him, having scored the 2 goals. They're still the best of pals. Tony Brown, getting away from Noel Morris. This is a day for leadership. Tip have leaders, we know that. Waterford now trying to put it really up to them. That's a great catch. And that is young Paul Kelly. Under pressure over there. Brian Flannery beaten by Lar Corbett, and the referee sees something that doesn't please him too much.
He got in the way, Ger. Got a bill for balls, so it's a throw-in.
Referee decides let's change the options. Noel Morris in there against Tony Brown. They're all supposed to be about 13 metres back, never are, and it's a kind of a crazy situation. Happens the whole time. Nicely rolled up. Beautifully taken away towards James Murray. There we saw a slap down onto Paul Kelly's stick and arm. This was Paul Kelly here. And the foul committed. The referee decides it's going to be a free to Tipperary. Players taking water on board throughout the field at this stage. Lots of water carriers. Oh, it's a cool afternoon. And that is Tommy John. He misses very few of them. He scored a point from a free already in this game. That's 1 from 2 frees that he's taken. A very close match indeed. Nearly 29 minutes gone. Possession for Waterford. They're giving as good as they're getting. Owen McGrath sweeping it in, but putting it wide. And that's 4 wides now for Waterford. They'll be happy. They're playing against the breeze and they're level.
They will, Gerald, and they're taking the game to Tipperary, who haven't really settled down, but they're capable of just coming alive in 2 or 3 minutes.
Conor Gleeson, wide. There's a Waterford player down, injured. It looks to be Fergal Hartley. He's in need of some attention. Fergal Hartley from Ballygunner, of course, they've had a marvellous run in the Waterford Championship and Munster Championship in recent times. He's been one of their stars. Here's what happened, just a little clash there. Everybody going up with the sticks, could have been hit by his own colleague, in fact. It's an intriguing match. This can go either way.
Yeah, Joe, it's there for the taking. Like, and Waterford will be happy because they are playing against a nice breeze. But the only thing is that the tip forward line will play just as well against them because the ball won't be going wide, it'll be actually falling in front of them. But it's at the back line where Tip are usually very composed around midfield. They're having the same kind of, you know, they don't look as confident today as other days.
Remember, Tip, reigning in Munster All-Ireland champions, bidding for their 38th Munster crown, while Waterford, who last won the title in 1963, they're going for their 6th. It's been a famine for them. As John Mullane carries it forward again, has Tony Brown outside him. Noel Morris is after him. Brown trying to make an angle, well blocked down. Comes back to Tony Brown again. Mullane. He looks good. That looks good, and it's over the bar. It's his second point. Waterford lead by 1. Against the breeze the whole time. There was a lovely block down here just moments ago. Watch it once again. Mullane was the one who got the final piece of the action. About 4 minutes to go to half-time, plus perhaps a little bit of added time. There were no major stoppages, mind you. Paul Kelly. Batted away there well by Tony Brown. Driven further forward by Owen Kelly. John Mullane again. Really coming into his own this season. Good delivery. Across to Ken McGrath. And that's gone wide.
Yeah, Gerard, the tip mentors will definitely have a look at Jonathan Fahy because he's getting a roasting. Just cannot get out to the ball. You know, Mullane seems to be in front of the whole time and really causing trouble.
You wonder how long Tip are going to take before they make 1 or 2 adjustments to their team. Overwhelming favourites. Beyond Owen Kelly this time, and he's pushed to the ground, and it's going to be a free in. This free will be just inside the 45-metre line. And the referee is bringing it forward because the Tipperary player in question, Tom Costello, drove the ball away, and it's now into a very, very scoreable position where Waterford can open up a 2-point lead.
Yeah, Jerry, you don't do that kind of stuff, especially with the likes of Paul Flynn around. He'd probably scored anyway, right? He's definitely going. He's 99.9% sure to score now.
Well, he's got a goal and 2 so far. Nicky looks very worried. That's a goal and 3 for Paul Flynn. Waterford right now in the driving seat. Playing well, very disciplined, very organised. Tip not functioning as we know they can. Not being allowed to. Fergal Hartley up towards John Mullane again. This is working really well. Seamus Prendergast hitting it high, dropping it short this time. Brendan Cummins, who'll be playing, or hope he's be playing, in 2 Munster finals this year. The next against Cork in the football. Brian O'Mara. Can he lead the recovery? John Carroll waiting for it. Doesn't come his way. Benny Dunn instead, and that is over the bar. Yeah. Benny Dunn from Toomevara, brother of Tommy, has now got 2 points from play. John Carroll left it there to him. It's a point that Tipperary needed.
Yeah, John, I really think that the tip mentors look at both centre forward and corner back because, like, they are being outplayed. Like, Hartley is catching a lot of ball and he's the kind of inspiration of that back line.
Well, 2 minutes extra time to be played at the end of the 35. Tony Brown. And you really get the feeling that people like Tony Brown, Peter Queally, Fergal Hartley, Brian Flannery, Tom Feeney, they've all been through it before. And of course they were so disappointed a few years ago when they played against Clare. and you feel that they are up for it. Tipperary with 15 scoring chances so far, Waterford with 16. And as you can see, Tiff have taken 9, Waterford have taken 10. Another scoring chance here presented. Well, John Carroll decided to have a drive at it anyway. But there was a jersey tug. Colin Bonner, who forged a partnership with Justin McCarthy when Justin was at Cashel King Cormac's, now part of the backroom team, former Tipperary star himself. Will they go for a goal here? They do! They get it, and it's on Kelly.
Fantastic shot, He went for the top of the net. All you have up there from the shoulders upper holes, he really went for it. Most people would feel maybe when a point on, he just tap it over, but he went for the jugular and got it.
That's 2 frees converted. One by Paul Flynn, now by Owen Kelly, 35 minutes into the match. And he fairly well rattled the net. Tip lead. It's quite a match. Great catch. Tommy Dunn, inspired by that. Owen Murphy trying to deny him. It's Murphy again here. A minute to half-time, considering the extra amount of time the referee has allowed on. Beautifully back in to Ken McGrath. And Ken McGrath dishes it over the bar, his second point. There's a lot more to come from both these teams. It could be a great second half. Brendan Cummins pucking it out. Flannery going for it, missing it. Hartley back there, playing like a sweeper, covering right across the half-back line. Missed completely. Philip Marr leaves it behind there, and it's Owen Kelly who strikes, and he puts it over the bar. Kelly from Mount Sion has levelled up the scoring. The crowds are really enjoying it, straight from that free, the converted goal, as it were, from Owen Kelly. Waterford come down the field, score 2 points, and we've got a thriller at Porky Queeve in the Guinness Munster Hurling final.
Yeah, Joe, we got a fantastic game last night. We get the same thing again this evening, like point for point, and it's anyone's game at the moment. If anything, Waterford are going to be that little bit happier going in at half-time.
Yes, with that breeze, plus the fact they've got their confidence, and they've shown that they can stand up to Tipperary. So once again, it's Owen Kelly. Doesn't miss many. He's got a goal and 4 points in this match. Is he to be the difference between the teams? Final piece of action. Tipperary are just shading it. That last point by Owen Kelly. His goal after 35 minutes from a free. The goal by Paul Flynn after 17 minutes. It's Tipperary 1-10. It's Waterford 1-9. Welcome back indeed. Early stages of this second half, just a couple of seconds played. And straight away Lar Corbett driving that one in, and Tipperary looking for a huge improvement. Owen Kelly in there at the moment against Peter Queally and also Brian Green. Conor Gleeson drives it in, but he has put it wide. I think he felt it had gone over the bar. I think he was confident that he'd actually struck it as well as he might have done so, but nothing came from it. Stephen Brenner then. Batted back down there by Paul Kelly, brother of Owen, of course. Tommy Dunn arguing the point, all in vain. It's jersey tug. This will be taken by Paul Flynn. So, just over a minute gone into the second half. Can he tie it up? It's 50 metres out from goal. He can. That's now a goal and 4 points for Paul Flynn. Hasn't missed a thing so far. Brendan Cummins to puck it out here. Conor Gleeson just touching it down, but that's gone harmlessly wide and allowed to trickle over the end line by Stephen Brenner. Brendan Johnny, who of course was a Waterford star in the last number of years. I think the feeling around Torquay Cleve among the 40,000 or there people who are gathered here is that Waterford will never have a better chance of beating Tip and winning the Munster Championship. Haven't won it since 1963. But Tip are the Munster and All-Ireland champions. Conor Gleeson unhappy with the decision.
Yeah, Gerard, he was sure that he didn't pick it off the ground. It's just not going right for Gleeson, and you know, they're probably thinking of maybe moving him, but he's trying hard and things aren't just happening for him.
Nicky will be considering some options. I'm certain about that. He always tries to freshen up his forces whenever he can. Flynn, meanwhile, drives it high up into the Blackrock end of Torquay Cleve, and he's put it over the bar once again. A goal and 5. Waterford lead by 1. Let's just look at this again and see whether Conor Gleeson did pick it up. Yes, he went pretty low for it. Difficult to say whether or not there was a tiny bit of a hop on it, but the referee wasn't impressed. Now back come Tipperary. And that's gone straight from one number 9 to the other. Peter Queally from Noel Morris. Oh, that's a beautiful pick-up by John Mullane. And Donncha Fahy's in serious trouble against this fellow. But Mullane couldn't finish, and Owen McGrath was there with his arms raised and saying, why didn't you play it across the face of goal? We could have been in for something. 2 points for the day so far. What about this for a pick-up? Delightful. Away comes Eamon Corcoran. Conor Gleeson. They try to get it forward. They look for something. Kelly. It's fired in, and it's in the back of the net. Benny Dunn. 4 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, George was made by Owen Kelly. Like, there's a great, you know, ball went in long, and Owen Kelly got onto the bit of diddling in the wall of defence and gave a lovely pass out to Benny Dunn, and he finished into the back of the net. He bottled up here, got a little hand flick in, lovely hand passing, and Benny Dunn sticks into the back of the net. He remembers this day.
There were enough backs around him. Benny playing at his first ever Munster final. Back come Waterford, and it's fired over. And Ken McGrath saying to them, come on, play for the jersey. 1 point between them again. It's a thriller by the banks of the Lee.
Walter Reds answer everything that Tip have thrown at them so far. Every time Tip score, to come back and get another one.
Noel Morris rising up. Back it comes once again here. Owen Kelly. Across towards another one. Owen McGrath. A very neat player. Into space. Mullane balancing. The contortionist has put it over the bar. Great skill. This is wonderful to watch. 16 points apiece, 210 to 113. A real cracker. 2 major hurling matches that we've shown you on Network 2 this weekend. Each of them a thriller. Wonderful catch. O'Mara inside towards John Carroll. Comes back out towards Noel Morris. Dodges around Tony Brown. On his left-hand side, strikes it. Well, he struck it well, but not quite on target. They remain level.
It's a long time, Gerson, we saw the Tipperary backs under so much pressure. Usually we see them, they're very composed and seem to be on top of their players, but today Waterford really have opened them up.
That's 10 wides now by Tipperary. A very worrying statistic. Conor Gleeson winning the battle there with Fergal Hartley. Neat pick up by Lark Corbett. Corbett trying to get away from Brian Flannery. Turning well, but again it's gone away to the left. 11 wides. Can you win a Munster final with those kind of wides. Let's have a little look at this goal a little while back here. Fantastic strike into the back of the net by Benny Dunn. Tips backs again, a little hesitant, and that was Owen Kelly feeding it forward. Seamus Prendergast trying to get it outside. Ken McGrath was involved. And there is a foul there, and it's on Paul Flynn. Noel Morris, a picture of innocence. But the referee has decided it's going to be a free on the 20-metre line, and there's a substitution coming up very shortly. Nicky English and his fellow selectors, Jack Bergen and Ken Hogan, about to make a change.
It'll be interesting, Ger, to see what he's going to do here.
Yeah, just thinking the same thing. There's hardly a need to go for it again. Teams are level. He's content just to tap it over. Paul Flynn, a goal and 6. I'm running out of space on my programme now with all the scores that he's amassed so far. We're about to have a change. Tips number 22 is Eddie Enright from Thurles Sarsfields, Lara Corbett's club. Tipper unhappy, clearly. Down towards Owen McGrath. Just stumbled at the most inappropriate time. Eamon Corcoran taking it away, thundering forward, bidding for a place in the Munster football final team as well. Falls kindly, driven over, and it's right between the posts for Owen Kelly. His second point. Waterford now lead by 2.
Yeah, Gerard, they'll have to do something with centre forward, because, like, you know, the ball is coming out there, and Conor Gleeson, the hard is trying, things are just happening. You'll probably see him going in.
It'll be Noel Morris is coming off, and it'll be Eddie Enright who'll come on. I mean, it's only a few minutes ago since they got that goal from Benny Dunn and hit the front. Now they're trailing. It's quite a match. Brilliant Munster Championship fare. Well, Enright was rising up for that one. Instead, it falls down instead here towards the goal scorer, Benny Dunn. Ken McGrath trying to win it back, and he struck. The knock on the face there. Blood substitution perhaps required.
Major got a little tip at the top of the hurl here. It was an accident as such.
Complete accident, just heat of the battle stuff.
Yeah, McGrath hasn't going to stay off too long, Ger. He'll be out in a minute if once he gets a chance at all.
He's on the side of the field right now, waiting to get back in. Have they made a replacement? They are now. Dave Bennett's coming in. Dave from Lismore. Meanwhile, David Kennedy outside here to Eamon Corcoran. Inside towards John Carroll, the big man at full forward there, but it's won back by Owen Murphy. Carroll's out in the middle of the field, winning it back to Lara Corbett. Corbett looking for the point, and he's just put it inches to the left. It was very close. Now his family are very well known in the Thurles area. Waterford there with Dave Bennett. He's back out on the bench once again. There's the man he was replacing, Ken McGrath. No ill effects from the injury. That's his 4th point.
Yeah, Ger, since he came back out, he's gone back in centre forward to start the second half. This fella could start flowing, and if he does, Waterford are going to win this game. Like, they're on the flow now, like it's really putting up to the champions at this stage. If Tipp can come out of this, they're a great team.
Beating Paul Kelly to it, driving it over. They always say if there was a transfer system in hurling, Ken McGrath would be worth a fortune. Eddie Enright back out once again to Eamon Corcoran. Sails in past John Carroll this time. Fed back to him again. Kelly. Players calling for it. Oh! It's that man again, Benny Dunn. By Benny Dunn. 2 goals within 7 minutes, and they're level.
Yeah, Gerard, there worked a lot of hand passes coming through here. You're going to see it here. John Carroll is thundering through. Little flick. Owen Kelly gets it, bottled up, little hand pass. Outside here. Benny Dunn, left-handed, back of the net.
And the teams are level for the 6th time in the match. It's a wonderful contest. Locked orbit. Oh, Brian O'Mara trying to take it up. It's Peter Quilly instead. David Kennedy under pressure, does well. Eddie Enright coming in. Scooped away outside there by Ken McGrath. Out as far as Owen Kelly. So many of the lesser lights doing well today. Paul Flynn playing it back out. Paul, one of the leading lights. Driven away downfield. Great clearance. John Carroll. Fed inside neatly here. Conor Gleeson going through. Should be a point, and it is. Jerry, Gleeson's second point.
Yeah, you're not going to see any better game than this year, Gerard. I thought last night was fantastic, but this one is unbelievable altogether.
Well, we've been entertained with 2 fantastic hurling matches over this weekend. Let's hope we get a great deal more from these 2 teams and from all the others throughout the remainder of the championship. John Mullane feeding it back out. What a point this is by Ken McGrath. It's his 5th. Level again. Great comeback by Tipperary. Never really out of it in any case. That was Benny Dunn's second goal, swept in past Stephen Brenner. 13 minutes and a little over gone in the second half. Loads more action to come. That is James Murray out there, started the game in midfield, wearing number 2, Brian O'Mara. Turning inside towards John Carroll. Beyond Lark orbit. Waterford trying to get a hold of it again. Fergal Hartley had such a good first half. And a way out in the end by Brian Green. Owen McGrath coming in. Stalemate situation. Referee will surely throw it in. Owen McGrath calling for a replacement stick. Meanwhile, Seamus Prendergast has it. On his left-hand side, he has knocked it to the left and he's put it wide. Tipperary looking to hold on to their Munster title. Even if they lose today, they still have a chance of being All-Ireland champions with the new system. Waterford would relish winning Munster. What celebrations they would have down in Dungarvan and Waterford and Lismore and every other place tonight if they could do it. Owen Kelly. Good work by Philip Marr, but difficult work for his midfielders to take. But it's Tommy Dunn who can take it, and he is an absolutely brilliant hurler. One of the finest I've ever seen. Just his second point of the match, 1 from play now, 1 from a free earlier on. But he is a terrific contributor. This is broken down here by Owen Kelly. Kelly's having a great match for Waterford. He's missed on this occasion. Well, the wides now just a little bit too concerning for Waterford. That's 9 in all. Dave Bennett is about to come in for Waterford. That seems to be the game plan as we watch Owen McGrath. Marvellous young hurler. His first point. Saw him play in a league match in Cusack Park against Clare. He came in midfield on that occasion.
Yeah, Jerry, he's a real live wire. That's a great score for Waterford. Puts them back on parity again with Tipperary.
Well, it's going to be Brian Flannery who's going to depart the scene. So it's going to mean a bit of restructuring. Dave Bennett from the Lismore club coming in for Brian Flannery. And they have brought Owen Murphy back into their full back line. He's picking up Lar Corbett. Little bit of restructuring. Brian Green continues to do his marking job on Owen Kelly. Well, we have a thrilling Munster final. Those who said that Tipperary are going to wipe the floor with Waterford and win by 10 to 12 points. Not happening so far. Waterford are battling. I'd imagine Justin McCarthy, their coach, is mighty pleased with the effort that they're putting in. His attention to detail is quite meticulous. This is it again here. It was Tom Feeney under pressure. A couple of players coming in, bit of a sandwich. Downey was dragged. And now listen to the Waterford fans.
They're trying to get right behind the team. It's the goals they're holding Tipperary in the game, because every time they seem to be falling behind, they're to conjure up the goal, but they're just hanging in there.
It's still level. 21 points apiece, effectively. 312 to 118. Stephen Brenner from the De La Salle club. That is a huge free. All the way down towards Sherry Prendergast, and here's a chance, and it's a goal by Tony Brown. The 18th minute of the match in the second half. The Waterford fans delighted. Again, consternation in the Tipperary defence. They should have dealt with it properly. It came from that huge free from Stephen Brenner, way down, bounced awkwardly for the defence, but in came Tony Brown. Watch it here, Philip Marr and Stephen Prendergast contesting, but whipped into the back of the net. Waterford with their tails up. Brian Green. And that was Paul Flynn, and he looked away in disgust as soon as he hit that one. Let's have a look at it again. Prendergast did well. Brown came in. Bang. Goal. 3 points between them. Now, Tip have come back time and again, scoring vital goals without being necessarily the better team. Eddie Enright. Touched out. Fergal Hartley. 19 minutes gone in the second half. Loads of time left. Dragged down was Tom Costello. Tipperary about to bring into the match Paul Ormond from Lochmore Castellini. And he's coming in for David Kennedy, who wasn't at his most assertive this afternoon. So Ormond has gone out to right half back, and they've dragged Eamon Corcoran in to shore up the middle. It's going to take a bit of shoring up. Prendergast has missed it.
Major Waterford are 3 up in their head. They're after putting 2 bad wides. They are on top now, and Tip are really kind of in disarray. Like, there's a few switches going on, and you know they're just not themselves. Now is the time to punish them, really, if they're, you know, when they are on top.
We've seen 2 wides, as you mentioned, from Paul Flynn and Seamus Prendergast in immediate succession, really. Tip are well below their best. I mean, all the expectation that they were going to murder Waterford, essentially. Has it got to the players, I wonder?
Maybe the overconfidence bit has, because the sports are very, very confident. That, you know, it doesn't do players that good.
That's a great pass. And once again, it's lashed over the bar by the marvellous Ken McGrath. He's got 6 points. I doubt very many people in the 40,000 here have ever seen Waterford win the Munster Championship.
Well, they probably haven't, Gerald, but like the way they're going now, they're going to win it because they're playing beautiful stuff. And that was a lovely cross ball that came McGrath. They can keep this up, they're going to win it.
Tommy Dunn. Beautiful pass inside there for Paul Kelly. But good defending by Waterford up to this point. Eddie Enright, and a block down, but it comes back to Enright again. Can Tiff come back? They have the skill. They have the record. But they're up against doughty fighters, and that is Owen Kelly. Back in by Eamon Corcoran. What a match. What a take there by Brian Greene. Held on well. Owen Kelly driving it down towards John Mullane. Now it's the turn of Tipperary to be assertive, to take a commanding situation on this game. Lar Corbett belted in well. Kelly's about. That's dangerous. Carroll's there too. Here's an opportunity. Brian O'Mara was coming in and it's gone wide. 22 minutes are gone in the second half. Here was Owen Kelly in there to challenge. Brian Greene taking it brilliantly. Stephen Brenner to pop this one out. Every possession, every play from here on in, critical. 4 between them. Waterford lead. Whipped away beautifully there by Owen Kelly. And here comes John Mullane. Mullane drives it high and he puts it over the bar. Waterford are in the best position they have been in for years and years and years to win the Munster crown.
Yeah, during this, Mullane has really shown his pace, and he's going to town on Donegal Fahy as such, you know, and he's playing very, very well.
Tip about to bring in Mark O'Leary. Player has scored 2 goals and a point in last year's All-Ireland final against Galway. And Waterford's backs are simply magnificent. Just a little muddle here. And a foul deemed to be committed by Paul Kelly. Dave Bennett, the player who was fouled. Well, Kelly was saying he was just pushed out over the sideline. Eardon Moxivna from Ballyarclia. And a change about to be made. James Murray is about to make way. Number 2. Played the game in midfield. Let's just do a double check on that. Paul Flynn whipping it away, but whipping it to the left-hand side. Just to do a double check on that last substitution.
Tom Costa seems to be one that's coming off.
I think he's the one who's actually made way, not James Murray. Apologies. But it's very hard when you're looking at the boards down below to know which team is making the change.
It's an unusual switch there because it's the other cornerback that's in real trouble.
Here's Fergal Hartley in any case. The referee has blown the whistles. A couple of Tipperary players seem to have collided and urgent medical attention is called for.
Yeah, they collided into another there, like, and it's a bang of heads.
Thankfully the referee has blown up instantly. This is what happened. Conor Gleeson was one of the players involved. Is it Brian O'Mara? Micheál White is being brought in by Waterford. He's a corner forward. That's Brian O'Mara. Brian, who very sadly missed last year's All-Ireland final. Brian's going off for attention, and it's going to be a change here. Micheál White is about to come on, it seems. Now, I see the board number 11 held up. They're hardly taking off Paul Flynn, are they?
You see, Ger, the problem is when you look down at the board, you don't know which team you're looking at.
I know. It is Paul. Paul's going off. Big cheer. About 9 minutes left. 5 points between the teams. Philip Marr making his clearance up as far as Tommy Dunn, but straight away there's a Waterford player in there to try and snatch it from him. It was Ken McGrath. Paul Flynn scored a goal and 6 points.
Yeah, Gerard, I might just feel that he's running out of steam. White has a lot of pace. They're going to crowd around the midfield, only have 1 or 2 inside the full forward line, which they've done the last 15 or 20 minutes.
And Tip want to get Brian O'Mara back into the match as soon as possible. Meanwhile, we're watching one of the great artists of our time in hurling, Ken McGrath, whip it up at the bar. 2:21 to 3:12. 6 points between the teams. So often in the past, Waterford have been whipped by teams in Munster. Today, they are leading. Still time to go. They've got the greatest chance possible. Yeah, but Tip can come back.
That Kim McGrath, like, he would hold his own in any era. He's a fantastic hurler and a fantastic athlete, and like he's shown today what he can really do. And Tip are like are in disarray really. Connor Gleeson's coming off injured now. Like, you know, I can't see them pulling this out of the fire.
No matter what happens, I think Justin McCarthy has done a simply fantastic job.
Yeah, well, the boys will tell you, like, it's all hurling with him, you know. Waterford board did a very wise thing, like, when Gerald left, they let Justin take over, probably followed along much the same pattern as Gerald had set him. Like,
well, I think Gerald deserves an awful lot of credit as well for setting the whole thing in motion. They were disappointed a couple of years back, was it 98? And they went so close on that occasion. Came with an appoint of beating Kilkenny in the All-Ireland semi-final. But Justin has come in, slightly different approach, but he's kept the momentum going that Gerald started.
Yeah, Gerald, they haven't fallen back. They've kept forward. And here, like, the crowd can sense they're going to win. And when this final whistle goes, Gerald, if they're ahead, you're going to see some scenes.
No matter what happens, Waterford have done well. And they're still doing well. Tony Brown towards Seamus Prendergast. What a catch. This is going to be the keepers. Brendan Cummins defiantly firing it back down the field. Tony Brown came, didn't get rather. Fergal Hartley did. This time there's no miss. Brown into the corner towards John Milan. Prendergast is there. Options available to him. Look at this for skill. If that had gone over, it would have been one of the points of the day from Ken McGrath. He's got 6, mind you. It's not bad.
Yeah, at the moment, Gerald, he feels he can do what he likes. He's just feeling so confident, so exuberant. He's going to try anything.
Just looking down at the Tipperary bench, as it were. They're all on their feet, so there's no bench. Silly statement. But they are in a state of panic. Nothing's going right for them. Meanwhile, it's going all right for Waterford. Owen McGrath. Prendergast. This has to be their day. This has to be the day that Waterford are going to win their first Munster title for 29 years. There were times when I didn't think I'd ever see it happen, but it's going to happen, I think, now. And they're flying again. Dave Bennett. They're also confident. Tip are dispirited.
And you can chalk that up again, Gerald. Dave Bennett after getting a fantastic score. Seamus Prendergast, when he got his score, every forward from Waterford have actually scored since they came on.
8 points between the teams. 5 minutes to play. If Tip win this, they are some team. Still a chance. Owen Kelly's there. But they need goals quickly. Can they manage it? They're going to have a go. Eddie Enright. Stopped by Tony Brown. Back there doing a stopping job. He's fouled. Free out to Waterford on their own 20-metre line. And the referee is in quick to check. Exciting moments if you're a Waterford fan here in the ground, and they've travelled in their thousands. Just caught there by Owen Kelly. I've never seen Waterford win anything.
Well, Gerald had the homework done. They changed the team. We kind of heard rumours about him. It has worked.
Waterford with a double substitution very shortly. Meanwhile, it's Tipperary who want to try and get it away. But they're under pressure, not getting anywhere in a hurry. And that'll do nicely from a Waterford point of view. Just belt it down there. Owen Kelly and company. Well, there have been days when I was doing league matches and busloads of Waterford fans came when there was a crowd of maybe 2,000 people in places like Barr and elsewhere, and they never seemed to win. They always just lost by a couple of points and maybe by a wider margin. But today, I think it could be different. I'm thinking back to 1982 and 1983 when Brian Green's dad Jim played against Cork, and they were walloped out of the place. Huge differences between the teams at the end. Now they are asserting themselves, and this is one of Waterford's great days. Paddy Joe Ryan told me, the chairman, we're going to win. I told you for the semi-final we were going to win, and he told me again today. And I'm thinking about a number of other very prominent Waterford officials. Jim Bannon, for instance, is an official at Croke Park. He told me a little while ago, put your money on Waterford. Can they hold out now? They've every possibility. 8 points ahead. John Carroll steaming forward, dishing it off here. Tip needing scores. Good save. That is Stephen Brenner there, getting it away from Mark O'Leary. And you expect everything now from Tipperary. Tommy Dunn firing it in. They need a goal. Lar Corbett's in for it. Everybody's in for it. Owen Kelly. But coming away with it is Owen Murphy. Murphy driving it away downfield towards Seamus Prendergast, breaking it. An attempted clearance there by Donncha Fahy, not very effective. Prendergast is in again. One more score, you feel, will just finish it off. He's put it wide. 33 minutes gone in the second half. Not a lot to go now. This is what happened here just a little while ago. A wonderfully talented Tony Brown, totally in control of the situation. Waterford are going to make 2 more changes.
Yeah, Gerard, they're going to slow down the time, and he's going to use his full panel, and it's a good idea because I have this game won.
Andy Maloney coming in. Dan Shanahan from Lismore. There's Dan. Andy Maloney, a former Tipperary player, coming in to enjoy this moment of success and glory. This was that fine save. Mark O'Leary fired it in. Owen McGrath, one of those who went off. But Owen has played his part. I think the game is up for Tipperary. They're already taking photographs down at the sideline. Photographs of celebrating Waterford players. Tommy Dunn. Still Tipperary look for that vital breakthrough, and still Waterford are defiant. Brilliant work. Dave Bennett way downfield. Comes back here. This is one of the players of the game in my view. Whoops. Just as I mentioned it, I put the commentator's curse on John Molan. Yeah, he won't mind. We're into injury time.
He's had a very good game.
It was a very, very good match. Tipperary were not up to their usual high standards, but they will be back. Ken McGrath firing it in there. Brendan Cummins making the save. What a great catch. Fergal Hartley. Great to see him do so well. Philip Marr. Excellent as always, even though he's been under incessant pressure. Touched away by Eamon Corcoran. The amateur whistler saying, come on referee, end our misery. What celebrations we're going to have here. There'll be no keeping this crowd off the field. Fergal Hartley. Wow, that's brilliant. 28 scoring chances for Tip in this match, but 41 for Waterford. It tells you of their superiority. Donncha Fahy. Tip were built up. Waterford were going into it feeling that they had nothing to lose. Well, of course they had. They had the Munster final to lose, but in the sense that the expectations of people generally in hurling circles were not great where they were concerned. They'd lost so much in the past. This is going to be a great day for Ken McGrath and his team of colleagues. And he's got colleagues all over the place who've been brilliant, like Owen Kelly here. Doesn't really matter, he can whip it into the Blackrock end for the rest of the match. Only a few seconds now. Waterford are about to win the title. Brian Green. (1963) is a long, long time. You think about Tipperary back in 1987, and they said the famine was over. The famine is now over. Waterford are the Munster hurling champions. First time since 1963, 29 long years. Only the 6th ever title. An amazing success. Let the bonfires burn. Let the celebrations begin. It has been a remarkable success. Justin McCarthy and his panel of remarkable players have done it in style. They came and they beat Cork in the semi-final. They've come and they beat Tipperary, the Munster and All-Ireland champions. All those years of disappointments, all those wonderful coaches and trainers who brought busloads of kids to be disappointed in league and championship, that's all now forgotten. Waterford are the Guinness Munster hurling champions for 2002. A truly wonderful occasion, a wonderful match, won emphatically by Waterford by 223 to Tipperary's 312.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I first ask you to give a tremendous round of applause to both teams who hold the fabulous Munster final. Congratulations to Tipperary, who have been wonderful Munster champions, and who play a tremendous part in this tremendous Munster final today. 39 years is a long time to be waiting.
Christy Cooney handing over the cup. He's the chairman of the Munster Council and the president, in the presence of the President of Ireland, to Fergal Hartley. Pat Fanning behind there, former Oak Ferron, coming Luke Rasquel. What a day to be a fan of the Daysha. Waterford are the champions.